Hello there, welcome to the 3D printed Millennium Falcon mouse assembly tutorial. In this video, I'll be showing all the electronics you will need, provide you with some key 3D printing instructions, and guide you on how to put it all together. I'm using the electronics of this model, which you can easily find in AliExpress for less than $5. And it's honestly a very good product. It has a rechargeable battery, so you don't need to worry about replacing batteries. It works with both wireless USB plug and Bluetooth, making it easy to switch between devices. It can switch resolution between 800, 1200 and 1600 dpi. And it has silent clicking, which is awesome. First step is to actually disassemble the mouse with a Phillips screwdriver. You will need to keep the USB charging cable, the USB plug, the light reflector, the electronic board, the rechargeable battery and the bottom screw. If you want to add the blue light in the rear part, like in the movies, you will need some extra components, a blue LED, an on and off switch, a resistor, and two 10 cm long jumpers. All shopping links for these items are in the description. I have iterated through several prototypes, experimenting with different electronics and solutions until arriving at this final version, now ready and accessible for all of you with a 3D printer to make it. I made all the necessary files available for purchase. Just refer to the link in the description as well. I suggest using PLA filament for this project. You'll need the Nintendo gray color for the majority of the parts, with black needed for specific details. However, these can also be painted black if you prefer. As for the rear screen, I opted for translucent blue. Although transparent or even white filament work really well to let the blue LED light pass through. If you are using Cura to prepare the files for print, the download link also includes the Cura project files, so you will only need to modify specific parameters to fit your needs. I have provided a more detailed printing instruction within the download link, but in general, it's crucial to find the right gap between support structures and the part, to ensure support effectiveness without causing deformations and to allow easy removal without damage or plastic residues. Once you got everything and removed all the support structures from the printed parts, position the light reflector in the main structure so you can place the PCB on top of it. Then, place one of the power connectors in the rear slot. It could be the positive red wire or the negative black wire. Doesn't matter, for this video I'll be using the positive wire there. You will see that the front part of the battery slot doesn't have a slot for the other connector, and the reason is because a slot structure here wouldn't let you place the PCB like I did earlier, so you will need to fix it in place with super glue. If you are building the version without the blue light, you are pretty much done with the electronics, and you can skip to the next section of the video. To place the blue LED, remember that the longer leg of the LED is connected to the positive red wire of the battery. Then, you will need to connect the resistor. If you don't have a solder iron, I suggest interlacing the resistor and the LED legs and wrap them with an insulating tape. Connect the other side of the resistor behind the positive power connector. Now, place the on and off switch with the engraved letters upside up and glue it. Be careful to use very little super glue here, or the glue could leak inside and spoil the switch. Then glue the printed button to the switch. Remove both jumper wires from the black pin of the female ends. When I recorded the video, I didn't know it was actually possible. So you will see that I'm using the wires with them. Connect the female jumper to the other side of the LED and to the middle left pin of the switch. You will need to squeeze the pins with a plier to actually fix them, but first let's confirm they are working. Connect the other wire with the female end to the upper left pin of the switch and place the male end in the negative black wire of the PCB. The LED should turn on. Now you can squeeze the female pins with a plier to fix them in place. Alright, that's it for the electronics. Moving on to the top part of the mouse, let's glue the right and left buttons to the cover. Take some time here to really clean the buttons and the top part from plastic leftovers. This is crucial for a good click functioning, but try to make it as clean as possible. especially in the point of contact with the PCB buttons, in the edges where the buttons are supposed to go past the main structure and not touch it while clicking, and the bottom part of the cover from any remaining plastic from the supports you removed. Then place the buttons and glue them in the pane where they connect with the cover. Glue together the flight deck structure to the cover. Check if the USB plug cover is screwing correctly. If not, remove any plastic leftover that could be impeding it from rotating. Check the correct side for the scroll wheel aligner and glue it to the cover. Place the rear screen in the back of the mouse. There's no need for glue here. And now, place the DPI button and place the top structure over the main structure. Move any wire from the way that might be blocking the correct fit. Once you see its fit, fix the top and bottom structures together with the screw remaining from the original mouse. Glue the turbines over the top part, and now you're ready for the final touches. Here you will need black and white inks for different shades of gray and red ink as well. I suggest using a fine-tip paintbrush, and after you're done, you could also use some kind of glaze or varnish to protect the paint from degrading over time. And last, but not least, you could both print or buy separately some mouse feet to stick under the mouse, since there's no way to reuse the ones from the original mouse. While the video is short, be prepared to unscrew and reattach parts together during the assembly process to ensure everything functions properly. It's crucial that the optical sensor is well placed and works well with the surface it is on, and all buttons respond with a satisfying click. I have to say that I absolutely love this mouse, and I carry it with me everywhere. Mouse pads are not necessary, and I personally don't use any. It's performed really good and made all the effort worthwhile. If you decide to build one, whether for yourself or as a gift for someone special, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. But that's it for this video. Please feel free to leave any questions you may have, and I'll do my best to answer them in a timely manner. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you around.